Hello everyone and welcome back to this channel. So in today's video I'll be showing you how to make this simple top with a puff sleeve. So guys, here I have my fabric folded into two. I'll be cutting out for the front part first, then I folded it by my hip measurement divided by 4. So on this upper part I'll mark out my starting point, about half inch allowance from the starting point. So I'm just making sure my wool doesn't extend to the front part of the top. So next, on this starting point, I'll be taking out 6 inches for my off shoulder. So you can make it as high or as low as you want. You can make it 6, 7 or 8. So from that 6 inches spot, I'll be marking out my bust measurements, then my waist measurements, then also the full length of the top. So guys, after marking that, on the bust line, you're going to divide your bust measurements by 4. So divide your bust measurement by 4. Now mark that out like so. Then also mark my seam allowance for it. So on the hip line, on the down part of the dress, I'll be using my hip line measurement divided by 4, then also my seam allowance. Then on the waistline also, you apply the same thing, your waistline measurement divided by 4, then also mark out your seam allowance. So guys, I'll go ahead and extend the full length of those top, placing my wool on 6. So I'll just extend the line I have on the length of the top, and also I'll connect these lines I have here. So next I'll be taking the measurement I have for the front, that is from one armhole to the other. So I'm working with 12 inches, then I'll add 1 inch for extra seam allowance, which will be cutting out later. Then on this upper line, still placing your wool on 6 inches. I'll go ahead and mark out my armhole. So I'm just coming down by 2 inches because my armhole is 8 inches. Then I'll also mark my bust allowance and seam allowance on that line. Then I'll connect this 6 inches, sorry, my front measurement to the armhole measurement we have there, just like so. So I'll also connect this to the rest measurement I have on the top. So guys, after doing that, we are going to go ahead and cut out what we have here. So guys, we'll be using the front bodies to cut out for the back. So the only difference we have from the front and the back will be the zipper allowance. So just place your front to the back and leave a zipper allowance. So I left a zipper allowance of about 1.2 inches. Then I'm going to just cut out the front and the back. Every other thing will remain the same aside the zipper allowance. So I'm just going to slash open my zipper allowance I have at the back. So guys, after this, I'll go ahead and take my dart measurement. So your dart is your nipple to nipple measurement divided by 2 plus half an inch, since we're cutting directly on the fabric. So guys, notice my dart, I'm taking it from my front bodies, not from the back, not from the zipper allowance area. So next, I'll just go ahead and notch this dart allowance I have here. Then I'll go ahead and take the dart. So guys, I went ahead to take the dart and I also went ahead to join my bodies to the lining. I joined the side and the down part and the upper part, so everywhere is looking neat. And I also went ahead to iron down my zipper allowance and every other part of those bodies. So guys, as you can notice, I took my dart all the way up. So you can take it as a normal dart or all the way up. So next, I'll be joining the front bodies to the back bodies of this top. So placing my back bodies aside, I'll flip it over to the wrong side of the fabric and I'll be marking out my bust measurement divided by 2. So wherever you have, they just divide your bust measurement divided by 2, then mark it out like so. So next, on my waistline, if you can't really recognize your waistline, just place your rule by 6 on the top part or wherever you left on the top part, then mark it all the way down to your waistline. So that's what I did here. So I'm just marking now my waistline divided by 4. What I have there, I'm just imputing it on my waistline Then on the hemline, remember I used my hip allowance divided by 2. So I'm just marking that out. Then after doing that, I'm just going to go ahead and connect those points I made like so. So guys, just connect it like so, and it will give you your desired shape. So I'll go ahead and join the back bodies to the front bodies. So guys, after joining it, this is what we have on the side. So just go ahead and give it a good press to keep it firm on the side. So also guys, I went ahead to fix my zipper allowance on the back part of this top, and also this is what it looks like. Next, I'll be modifying the armhole area. So on this armhole area, remember the front I'm working with is 12 inches, but I left 1 inches, so that made it 13 inches. So I'll go ahead and take it out. So that means I'll be taking out ½ inch on both sides. So after marking that ½ inch, I'm just trying to check if it's 12 inches. So next I'll just go in by that ½ inch, just cut it out from the armhole area. So just make a curve like so from that ½ inch point. Just make a curve like so, then go ahead and cut it out. So guys, after cutting that, I'll just go ahead and flip it over to the right side of the top. Then I'll measure what I have on my front, so making sure it is in place. Then also I'll measure around my armhole area. So I have about 8 inches, so we'll be leaving this aside. So guys, I'll be cutting out for the sleeve. So I'll be cutting both sleeves together. So I'm just folding it by like so. Then on this part is where we have the length of the sleeve. So whatever length you're working with, just make sure you have it on this part. Then I'll be folding this sleeve by my front measurement. So my front measurement is 12 inches, and for the back is also 12 inches. So I have 24 inches. Then the round shoulder, my round shoulder is 40 inches. So I'll minus my back and front shoulder from my round shoulder. So that's 40 minus 24. I have about 16 inches. So we're dividing 16 inches by 2 because we have 2 sleeves. So one for each sleeve. So I'll have about 8 inches. So I'm folding my fabric by 8 inches plus 5 inches for elastic allowance, because I'll be adding elastic to the top part. Then also extra allowance that will serve for the armhole area. So I'm just going to place my top on my sleeve like so. On that open end of the sleeve, just place your top, then mark out what you have on the armhole area on it like so. So I'm just marking out for the top and around the armhole like this. So it works like this for me. So I'm just going to cut out my sleeve using this format. So you can also go ahead by 2 inches, then come out by 4 inches on this open area if you don't want to place your top on it. So on this down part, I'll be marking out my sleeve round, that is the round of my arm, plus 5 inches for the elastic allowance, because there will also be elastic at the down part of the sleeve, then also 1 inch for seam allowance. So guys, I'll connect that line to what I have here using my rule. I'm just going to take my rule and connect those 2 points I have here. So I'll go ahead and cut out the sleeve we have here. So guys, note, when folding for the length of your sleeve, make sure you add your elastic allowance for the top and the bottom part of the sleeve. So if my sleeve length is 12 inches, I added 1 inch that will serve as the elastic casing for the top part, and also 1 inch at the down part for the elastic casing. So guys, I'll go ahead and notch what I have, the center point of this, which is really not necessary. I don't know why I did it, but it just came as a reflex. So I'll go ahead and fold this casing, which is serve as the casing allowance for elastic for the upper part. So you can go ahead and weave this part, then just fold it once. Then this is the elastic I'll be working with. It is about ½ inch in width. So I'll go ahead and place it like so. Just make sure your casing is able to accommodate your elastic. So I'll do same for the down part of the sleeve also. So guys, this is what it looks like after fixing the elastic casing to the top part and also the down part of the sleeve. I also went ahead to close the sides by 1 inch. That is the allowance we left. So on this upper part, I'm just measuring what I have here to make sure your elastic sits properly on wherever you want it to fit. So you subtract about 2 to 3 inches from the original width of your measurement. So for the sleeve round, my sleeve round is about 6 inches. What I have here after fixing my lanches, I have about 4 inches. So it really holds my arm and it doesn't start dropping or too loose. So on the armhole area, I'm just measuring what I have here. Remember on the top we have 8 inches, but on this sleeve I'm having 6 inches. So I'll go ahead and modify the sleeve I have here. So guys, just make sure I'll just go down with a curve. So just cut out a curve like so in no particular manner. Just go ahead and cut down a curve. So I'll just open it up and it's looking straight. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut out a curve like so. Now go ahead and measure what I have here. If I have 8 inches like on the top, so guys, I already have 8 inches for this sleeve. Then I'll also go ahead and do same for the second sleeve. So once I was done with that, I'll flip it over to the right side of the sleeve. Then I'll take my top. I'll fix the sleeve to the top like so, making sure that both seams on the sides matches. So I'm just going to go ahead and take it to the sewing machine and sew about half an inch like so. To just place it like so, I'm sew about half an inch to the sleeve. So after fixing the sleeve to the top, this is what it looks like. I went ahead to join it by half an inch on the armhole area. So basically this is all for making this off shoulder top, and guys, just go ahead and give it a good press. So guys, this is the final look of the top. It came out really beautiful. As we know, this is a remake of the initial video we posted that had audio issues. So guys, please, if you find this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe to this channel, like and share guys, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.